Back in college, I was a spendthrift. I would blow money fast.
I ain't talking to you broke bitches, I got money since that check came in.
As fast as it comes to me is the fastest I let it leave me. And after a while, I started to realize that, things were just a repetition. And I'm going to go into how I learned from freshman year until senior year, my progress of learning how to save money, spend money, and how to manage my money properly. Back in college, freshman year, 2014, I lived on college. So I moved from my parents and I dormed on college. And my first job was on college. So this was a whole new experience for me because back in high school, my parents used to give me money, from time to time for spending money. But now that I'm in college and I have a job on college, which is called work study. So if you don't know what is work study is basically working on college, but it comes out of the college funds. Like you work in a department on college, whether it be athletic, science department, or sometimes you can work in a department that you're studying for your major. And then the college would pay you to work on college. But it wasn't much. But back in college, that money was, the biggest thing, especially if you never had a job before, you never had nothing to compare it to. So, that was like the amazing thing. I'm starting to earn money. I felt like a boss. I felt a sense of independence. But when I got my first paycheck, it was crazy. It was really crazy because thinking about it now, I laugh because I blew money fast. I was making for 2 weeks, if I could remember, 2 weeks. For every 2 weeks, I would get like I don't think I was getting more than $170 for my pay. That's every 2 weeks. And that was back in college, 2014. I don't think I was making more than $170. And I think in the next year or so, 2 years, they decreased the amount of hours we were getting. So when I started doing work study on college, I was making you could do up to 10 hours for the 2 weeks. So 5 hours in 1 week and 5 hours in the next week. So that's an amount of 10 hours. But I think they were trying to cut back on the cost of spending money on work study programs and stuff like that. So they made a maximum of 8 hours. So you only could do 4 hours in 1 week and 4 hours in the next week, which was a total of 8 hours. So that was that. All right. So let us go into how I started spending my money wastefully. So what did I spend my first paycheck on? I'm going to give you guys 2 seconds to comment below what did I first spend my paycheck on. Okay, so I spent my money on sneakers. So my first paycheck went to sneakers, man. So as I said before, I don't think I made more than $170 in the 2 weeks. My first sneakers was a pair of Nike Air Force Ones, but this wasn't the cocaine whites or the black on black Air Force. It was one of those, it was a suede type of Air Force Ones. I still have the sneakers up to this day. Thinking about it, damn. After this year gonna be 6 years since I have that sneakers. And it's still in pristine condition. But yeah, so I bought an Air Force One with my first paycheck. And from that first paycheck, every time I would get paid after that, I would just spend money on sneakers. As when you're back in college, man, you don't really have much responsibilities. That is a given fact. Unless you taking on life early. But for me personally, I never had a lot of responsibility in terms of expenses. So I would buy, liquor. I would go to parties, You know, we spend money like how college students would spend money all the time. You know, parties, food, drinks, this, that, the third, clothes, you know, shoes, you know. I was enjoying money, you know. I was making money and spending money. And now that I'm looking at it, $170 wasn't a lot of money, but back in college, it was like $1,000. You know what I mean? It was like you making bread. And in college, my college was a small college, so it was one of those things where, you know, people notice you easily. And, you know, dressing the best or dressing good, wearing the latest this, you know, it was a thing, you know, back in college. You know, you want to look fresh, you want to look fly, so you buy the latest trendy stuff. But then after a while, I started to realize, well, not me. My dad asked me, what are you spending your money on? Because it used to be times where, so every 2 weeks I get paid, but my pay would run out before the 2 weeks was finished. So before the next 2 weeks come again for me to get paid, my money would run out. Like, I would blow my money within 2 days, 3 days of getting paid. And then for the rest of days that before I get paid again, I was flat broke. I didn't have money. So my dad would send me money on college, you know, wire the money so I could get it in college. Anyways, and after a while, he would say, you know, what are you spending your money on? And this is what he told me when he asked me what I was spending on my money on, and I gave him my response. Let's get into the next portion of the video. So, of course, you know, my dad would ask me, Nate, what are you spending your money on?
I don't know. You don't know? You don't know? You don't know?
And of course, me, you know, which kid gonna be honest and tell their parents that, oh, I'm spending my money on clothes, liquor, parties, and, you know, I'm not gonna tell my parents that. But anyways, his only advice to me was, because he knew I wasn't spending my money on anything useful. At my age, I wasn't really spending my money productively. But this was his as advice to me. Save your money for a rainy day. It's not how much money you earn, but it's how much money you save. And when he told me that, it registered in my head, because he was actually right. You know, he was comparing, you know, a rich person, a person who has money, and a person who don't really have money. But the person who is rich or have money like that, they would, you know, spend money, blow money, blow money, blow money, blow money. Like, they were just spending money. Like, every day is going to be, you know, sweet, or, you know, it's going to be good all the days of their life, right? But the person who doesn't make that much money, they learn the concept that, you know, they put a little into savings and they spend. They put a little into savings and they spend. So if this person should lose their job, God forbid, you know, they don't have no savings. They don't got no fallback cash to work with. But this person who was making, you know, a little amount of money, but they made it work, and who was also contributing to their savings, if they should lose their job, they have fallback money, or they have money in reserve can spend. And that was the basic analogy that my dad came with, and he imparted it onto me. And with that knowledge that my dad imparted onto me, I started to develop the concept of every time I get paid, I would just automatically deduct money into my savings. And this is something I learned, you know, my freshman year, going on to my sophomore year. And it's something that I followed through right through up until this blessed day. I'm still doing the same thing. As soon as I get paid, I deduct a portion into savings. Learning how to make your money stretch on college is an important thing. You don't want to just blow your money fast. But what you want to do is that when you get paid this week, the next week is a blank week. And then the next following week after that is pay week. So you got to remember that you're not just spending money for your pay week, but you're also spending money for your blank week that you're not getting paid. So you got to let your money stretch for those 2 weeks until you get paid again. And that is a way not to live from paycheck to paycheck. That's also developing the concept from early, not living from paycheck to paycheck. You know, some people, they spend money so fast that they're so eager and hungry for the next paycheck. And that's what was happening to me in college. I would spend my money so fast that I was pining, I was eager. It's like I wanted days to go by so fast that I could get paid again. And that was something I also learned in college, that I can't just be doing that. I got to let my money stretch. All right, so the next thing you want to do, all right, so where there's a problem, I like to give a solution. And this is my solution to having a proper spending management, save accordingly, and just keeping yourself on track and not overspending. And it's setting goals in life. If you don't set goals in life, then guess what? You're going to overspend. You're not going to save because you're not trying to accomplish anything. Think about the car you want. Think about the new MacBook that you want. Think about the new iPhone that you want. Think about the new house that you want to acquire. And then guess what? Before you spend your money, you're going to think twice and be like, wait, if I spend my money, I won't have enough money to put into savings. You know, is this worth spending my money on? Because I'm trying to accomplish this in the next 5 years. I'm trying to accomplish this in the next 10 years. But if you don't set goals, then guess what? You're just living in the now. And guess what? Things is not going to always be sweet and be a paradise 24/7. No. You got to live 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, because guess what? Time waits for no man. And in the blink of an eye, it's gone. So when you save money, you're securing the bag for the future. So last but not least, you know, savings was just the first stepping stone to something greater today. You know, savings was just getting my foot in the door in having money, securing the bag for the future. Today, I'm invested in the stock market. But how was I able to invest in the stock market was because I saved my money and I took a portion of my savings and I put it in the stock market. You know, back then, you know, the bank wasn't giving me much on my money. I would have $5,000 in the bank, and literally the bank would give me 1 cent on my money. I think the most was like 2 cents on my money. And this was, I don't think this was every month. This was like every quarter. They would give me that amount, if I'm not mistaken. But the old thing that I'm trying to say, don't leave your money in the bank, because the banks are not giving you your money's worth. All right. The bank is winning more than how you are winning. You know, the bank uses your money and fund people with loans. They give student loans, mortgages, you know, personal loans, whatever be the case. And over time, the bank collect interest on money that was borrowed by people. But they're using your money to fund people loans. And what do they give you on your money? 1 cent, 2 cents. I mean, even if you have $10,000 in the bank, you're not receiving a substantial return on your money. So what you got to do with your money, you got to put your money where you're going to make at least 7% return on your money a year. With the stock market, you can receive that 7% return on your money a year. That depends on how you invest in the stock market. You know, the stock market, they say the stock market is a gamble, but the stock market is really a matter of you reading and understanding a company and investing in a company because you believe in the company. So if you read the charts, you read the analytics, and you read up on the company, it's not a gamble. It's a matter of you believing in this company that over time they will become successful and you will make money on your money that was invested in that company. But if you don't want to invest in the stock market, you could invest in real estate. You could invest by putting your money into a Roth IRA, a 401k, a mutual fund, some place where your money will grow. But leaving your money in savings is not the best way to grow your money. Because think about it this way. Every year that goes by, your money decreases in value. If you have $5,000 in the bank today, that $5,000 is not going to worth $5,000 in 10 years' time. That $5,000 is going to worth $2,000 because inflation is you know what I'm saying, right? Inflation kills money. It kills the value of your money. So to be on top of things, to secure the bag for the future, and to make sure that you and your family are well off for the coming years to come, put your money where it's profitable and so that you can make a return in the future. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share this video. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.